Hello, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the oh so holy, oh so Roman, oh such an empire, Holy Roman Empire. Now, I'm not going to go into any kind of like big long history discussion about the Holy Roman Empire as a whole. Instead, I'm just going to kind of go over what has become a very common trope about it, kind of like a meme, I suppose, it is what it is, about the Holy Roman Empire that supposedly is neither holy nor Roman nor an empire. And many question that and wonder if that's true or if it's literally just a meme or a joke amongst historians. Well, no. In reality, it makes a lot more sense than you would think. Now, as you know, as some of you who maybe know history or like history already know, the Holy Roman Empire was created by Charlemagne and the Pope at the time. Because Charlemagne, that's an interesting character. If you guys don't know much about Charlemagne, go read up about him or watch some other videos, some other history channels. Really, really fascinating person of history to learn about. But he was crowned Holy Roman Emperor, which created this whole new country by the Pope, and dubbed him also as King of the Romans. Now, ever since the Roman Empire's fall, everyone has always wanted to replicate the Roman Empire. You look at Mussolini in World War II, his main goal of the war was to create a new Roman Empire. Like, could you imagine that? Freaking Germany having France and most of Russia, then just, on the bottom of, the Mediterranean and stuff, you got Italy with Spain and North Africa, the Middle East, like a old Roman Empire. And many have all looked to the Roman Empire throughout centuries as to the height of civilization, at least in the medieval world, and as something to be treasured and to try and replicate if you can. And that's basically been the case ever since its fall. Like, everyone just wants to have that again. And so, but when they created the Holy Roman Empire, was that part of their hope, was to basically bring back the Roman Empire just under the control of the Catholic Church? I believe that was part of it, yes, but it's not quite so simple. And so it's like, okay, so what was the Holy Roman Empire then? Well, like I said, it was neither really holy nor Roman nor an empire. So it wasn't really holy because, yes, it was mainly a Catholic state. I mean, the freaking Pope crowned Charlemagne. It should be a very holy nation, right? Well, not completely. The territory that they occupied also had a lot of pagans and Protestants in it. The 30 Years' War in the 1600s would later be fought between the Catholics and many of the Protestants within the Holy Roman Empire. And, that's just kind of the basis of it. I mean, the Holy Roman Empire, they wanted maybe to be a fully Catholic nation, but they just weren't. There's just way too many people who just aren't willing to have that same belief. And then it's like the Holy Roman Empire. Well, it wasn't really Roman. I mean, the Romans were pretty much extinct at that point. And also, it's like the Romans and what you see in the Holy Roman Empire, if you could travel back in time and look at them both, they are like polar opposites. But not just by the way they look and how they're governed, but also simply just because of the fact that most of the people there could not even call themselves descendants of Rome. Because some of them, yes, because the Holy Roman Empire also controlled part of northern Italy, which obviously, Italy was part of the Roman Empire. And so it's like, so why not? Why is it not Roman? Well, a lot of the Holy Roman Empire's territory was Germany, like modern day Germany. There was a lot of Germanic people there. And the Germans were never even fully conquered by the Romans. So a lot of that territory was never even owned by the Romans. So they can't call themselves Romans. The few that maybe could trace their lineage back to some people within the Roman Empire was very few in comparison. And most people didn't even consider themselves as Romans. They considered themselves as Austrians, Germans, they're specific people groups that they were. I mean, no one really cared about trying to be the next Roman Empire besides the emperor himself, the Pope, and a handful of others. And then it wasn't really an empire. You look at the Roman Empire, it was an empire. It was massive. It had a huge army, and it completely controlled its land through military force and a much more central government. But you look at the Holy Roman Empire, it was nowhere near that. Was there an emperor? Yes. But one, he was elected, which you don't really see that in the Roman Empire of old. And also, he had very little actual control. It was almost like he was more of like a figurehead than anything else. Did he have some power? Yeah, sure. And all the people within the Holy Roman Empire had to actually swear an oath of loyalty to the emperor and to be there whenever he calls them up. But in reality, this was not really something any of them really took to heart. They maybe swore allegiance, sure, but they didn't really believe it or plan to actually do so most of the time. I mean, when the 30 Years' War broke out, it was within mostly the Holy Roman Empire itself to start, and it's not called the Holy Roman Empire Civil War because it wasn't really a civil war. Those people didn't even really consider themselves as part of the Holy Roman Empire. What the Holy Roman Empire really was a loose collection of states who mostly had control over their own territory. Whoever was in charge of these little bits of the empire basically held complete control and had very little oversight from the emperor himself. They basically just did what they wanted until the emperor called them up to fight or to punish someone for betraying him in some way. It just doesn't really sound like an empire, does it? Because like the Roman Empire itself of old really held control. The emperor held most of the power, besides like the Senate. But in the Holy Roman Empire, he basically was like one emperor amongst 100 who owned a bunch of territory within the Holy Roman Empire itself. So I think we've established pretty clearly that the Holy Roman Empire, it's very true what the meme says. They were neither holy nor Roman nor really an empire. So if you guys found that interesting, please leave a like, comment down below, and let me know if there's anything I missed, anything you wish that I had said or talked about with it, or something I perhaps got wrong. If I did, please let me know in the comments down below, and don't forget to subscribe, and I hope to see you all again in my next videos. Take care.